What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management. We are halfway through the year. And so that means I'm halfway along my 0 to 100k challenge. So in today's video, I'm bringing you guys my week 26 results on the 0 to 100k challenge, and hopefully giving you guys some nice tips and tricks and insights on what not to do going forward on your own different challenges, whether that's to 5k, whether that's to 10k, whether that's to a $500 portfolio, or whether that's to a $500,000 portfoldio. You guys are going to learn a few things from today's video, but we're also going to look at some stocks going into next week. We're going to look at what potential stocks could be on the rise soon. We're going to look at my portfolio from this past week and a few plays I made, what I did well again and what I didn't do well. So we're going to dive into all that in just a second, but I'd like to say in advance, happy July the 4th to all of you guys out there, especially in America, of course. I would like to also remind you guys that next week is a 4-day trading week. If you see that as good or bad, that's up to you, but I just want to tell you guys it's a 4-day trading week next week. Now, another thing I would like to highlight is everything I say in this video is not financial advice, so please don't take it that way. And yesterday I made a video on 5 stocks to buy in July 2021. Again, not financial advice, but you guys should definitely go check that video out as well. So let's start off by looking at how my week panned out. And to be honest, it was a tough week. A week where the first part of the week went pretty well for me, but the second part, not so much. And I finished the week down, like many of you, down on the week, just about 6.2k, almost 6.3k. So it was a tough week, but I know exactly where I went wrong, which is going to help me going forward and hopefully help you guys going forward. So let's start off with the call option that you guys see. I have a $40 call option for Compass Pathways expiring July 16th. And right now I'm down around just under 10%. So this is one where we have still 2 weeks before it expires. And although this one probably won't be in the money by the time expiry hits, I do believe this will start moving in the direction we want, which is up. So if you're not in on this call yet, it is not too late to get in, but do check the charts for confirmation. But that's a play I entered yesterday, so I've only had it 1 day. Now, speaking of a play that I had for 1 day, let's look at Apple stock, because this past week, Apple stock was an absolute monster. Last week, in my week 25 results on my 0 to 100k challenge, I talked about Apple stock. I talked about the call options for Apple stock, and we had a $135 call option for Apple, which expires July 16th. So that's still 2 weeks. Apple is already at $139. Today it hit highs about $139.91 right before close. And honestly, this was a call option which was amazing, but I took my 105% returns and left. Now there's a lesson there for you guys. I had bought 5 contracts of my Apple call option. I could have taken my initial investment and let the rest ride. I decided to take out everything, and I doubled my money, which is good. But like I mentioned, I could have left my money in there, or I could have at least managed my trade a little bit better so I could maximize my profit. Again, this call option expires July 16th. So I know a lot of you guys in there in the Discord are in that one. So if you're still in it, well, continue to reap the rewards, but also manage your trade properly and adequately so you can maximize your profit. So let's also look at a few stocks I'm going to next week. First of all, Walgreens, ticker symbol WBA. This is sitting below the $50 point, and I'm looking at the $50 call options for July 16 as well. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of call options that expire in July 16, but right now, we're waiting for the confirmation of uptrend. In the past week, in the past month, it's been on a steady downtrend. So it began uptrending today. Let's see if it continues that next week, Tuesday. Also, AMC. AMC is now sitting at around $52. And this is a very interesting stock because when it dips below $50, it does not stay there very long. And I'm noticing this pattern continue to happen. So AMC is on my watch list for next week, because if it does dip below the $50 point again, I will be looking at call options, which are not too far out the money. But like I said, you got to watch, because if it starts to drop below $50 and holds below $50, then I'll be looking at the put options. But AMC is a stock which you can swing, and if you know what you're doing, it does make a lot of sense to swing AMC because it has similar patterns which it consistently repeats. So that is one to look for going to next week. Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE, is another one I'm looking at next week. Now the reason being, similar to AMC, when it rallies, but when it gets to certain points, it sells off quickly. So today, well, pre-market, it ran up to gains of about 27%, but then it only ended the day up 4%, which in the whole context of things is pretty good. When you look at the Virgin Galactic stock itself, well, it sold off from market open until market close about 22%, about 20 or 22%. Now they announced some great news, and that is that July 11, they're expecting Richard Branson to be making a space trip ahead of Jeff Bezos. We'll see if that really does happen. Who knows? Is it going to be Bezos first? Is it going to be Richard Branson? We'll see. But that was the good news that got the stock popping off. But as always with Virgin Galactic, once you have that stock popping off, shortly after market opens on whatever day it popped off, you will see everyone taking their profits, selling their position, and the stock will continue to sell off. So it is a pretty difficult stock to trade, but when people see the stock pump up and they start collecting their profits, that is definitely time to buy puts on it. I mean, you know, with Virgin Galactic, you'll probably want to buy a shorter term put when it runs up heavily, but it doesn't stay down long. You know, with any small news, any positive news, it pops off again. So don't buy puts which are, you know, 6 months out and then you're barely in it for long enough to get a real amount of profit. Look at the call options on it for maybe 25 to 35 days out. You're much better off then, you're much safer off then, and you probably don't want to go too far out of the money just in case it doesn't pop off at the right time for you. Southwest Airlines is the next one I'm looking at going to next week. This was actually my video uploaded yesterday, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but airlines are going to recover. Looking at the call options for August, I think Southwest is one of those airlines in the travel sector that has enough potential room to run and recover from previous highs, so keep your eyes out on that one. I'm just going to drop a couple else in there as well. First of all, Lemonade, take some LMND. You guys know I love trading this stock. Sitting at $107 now. It had a horrible day today, didn't have the best week, but over the past month, it's up over 10%. This is a stock you can trade when it dips below the $100 mark, as long as it holds support there. I do think going into next week, Lemonade is one that I'll be heavily looking at because it's one that has maybe a lot of money in the past. Also UPST, Upstart. You guys want to look at this one. It's also one of those that's pretty volatile, which can shoot up any day, but then sells off heavily. So again, if you are trading it, use a lot of risk management, you know, cut losses on time when you're down 15, 20%. If you're up, take your profits on time, because it can just switch all of a sudden and then you don't want to get caught holding the bag. But those are my results. You know, week 26 was a bad week. Now let's talk about some things I did good and things I could do better. Most importantly, things I could do better so you guys can learn from this. So to begin with, what I did good. Well, I started the week very strong, trading NEO, coming away with over 100% returns, trading Apple, coming away with almost 100% returns. Now, when I made that money, I should probably have started looking at some stocks to buy and hold for long term. Something like an ETF, ARK Innovation ETF, ticker symbol ARKK. Maybe just a stock that I'm a big fan of. Maybe, you know, Plug Power, maybe a Virgin Galactic, or an REKR, or a Lemonade. I didn't do that. I tried to trade more options, which is going to bring me on to what I did bad. You know, I want to talk about the bad more than I talk about the good this week. Trading Virgin Galactic, after I made profits and a good call out with NEO and also Apple, I tried to trade Virgin Galactic. Little did I know this was going to sell off, you know, 2 days in a row, which lost me, you know, almost $800. Now, what does that tell you? Well, don't overtrade. Even if you know, winning, making money in the market loves to take your money back quickly. So for those of you out there who make gains and you're winning, please don't forget that the market will take those gains back very quickly if you're not managing risk correctly. So that's one thing I also didn't do well enough with Virgin Galactic stock, you know, on that day. Another thing I'd like to point out is when the markets are very choppy, you might want to change up your strategy. So instead of buying a naked call or a naked put, you might want to sell a covered call against one of the stocks you own 100 shares of. You might want to try a debit spread, even though your gains are going to be capped, but it's something for you to make some little money in the short term. Also, you might want to just sit down and not trade sometimes. Cash is honestly a great position as well. If you don't trade, you can't go wrong there because you're not losing money. And another thing, there's always another play. So please cut your losses on time. And if you miss a play, don't try and chase it. You know, NEO is another stock that I got caught chasing towards the end of the week. Again, the first 3 days of the week was very strong, but towards the end of the week, it just kind of fizzled out. So NEO, I made a video on it. I said, you know, can it get past 50? Can it hold above 50? It did get past 50. And I did decide to buy a call option on it for, I think, $51. It went to $53 and I was still holding. Before I knew it was back down again, I ended up losing about 16%. Waste of money. When I could have been up, you know, 40, 50%. So don't get caught chasing. There's always another play. You know, with NEO, I got lucky because it still shot up for a little bit. But what I'm trying to highlight is don't try and catch something when it's already ran up. When I got in NEO at the beginning of the week, it was at a solid price point, it was a solid play. After it already ran up, there was no need for me to get in there again. Sometimes you just got to sit it out and wait for the next play. So those are my results. So I really hope you guys could learn from that part at least. Again, don't hold the bag. Don't jump into any plays. Take profits where needed. Manage risk accordingly and adequately. Also focus on your own trades. You know, don't look and listen to what other people are doing because that just causes noise. But overall, those are my results from week 26. We're now halfway through the year. I'm just slightly less than halfway through the challenge, which is a shame because I started the year so strong. But I've no doubt I'll get this goal completed this year. Honestly, it's been a difficult period and it's difficult to make these videos. So I would definitely appreciate if you guys can drop that thumbs up. Making these videos is not fun. Losing money is not fun. Seeing other people suffer is also not fun. So please drop the thumbs up for support. Also let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you'd like to see more videos like this or what other videos you'd like to see. Maybe going forward for the 100k challenge, I'll change it. We'll see. Also, if you guys are new around here, hit the red button below, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, more videos about money, finance, managing your money, trading, all sorts of stuff. Just hit the red button below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go out there, have a great weekend, enjoy your long weekend, and enjoy 4th of July. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.